June 12, 2020, Atlanta police officers respond to a call of a man sleeping behind the wheel of a car at a Wendy's parking lot. The officer arrives and decides to investigate.
Hey.
Copy 41 no injury.
Sir.
25 westbound at Jones.
What's up, man?
25 westbound.
Hey, you're parked in the drive-thru right now. You're blocking traffic here. You good? You don't need a ambulance or anything like that? Are you just tired? All right, man. Just I'll move my car. Just pull up. Just pull somewhere and take a nap. All right.
In my training and experience, if ever in the evening I found a person asleep behind the wheel of the car, the first thing I'm thinking is this person likely drank too much. And the very last thing that I want to let them do is get the car mobile, because I am responsible and liable from that point going forward. I was really surprised that the officer did this kind of very cursory exchange and then let him operate the motor vehicle.
My man. Man, it doesn't mean go back to sleep. You gotta move your car. You went back to sleep. Okay, why don't you move your car into a parking spot, okay? Right now.
Two times the officer engages the subject. The subject fell asleep again the first time he was ordered to move the vehicle, and then the officer tells him to move the vehicle again. Again, this is baffling, I'm sure, to most police officers, because we own the situation, especially if there's a potential DUI. There is huge liability if you let the person drive off.
Why'd you fall asleep in the...
Waiting on my 50.
What's up?
Waiting on my 50.
Okay, how much did you drink tonight?
I had a bunch.
Not much? How much is not much?
About drink, about 12 today.
All right. Hey, do you have your license on you real quick?
Yep.
All right.
So there's a lot going on here, and officers will see some different things, because normally what would happen is if this is a suspected DUI, then the investigation for the DUI would have started right with the contact of the guy, as opposed to the officer going back to the car multiple times. And I think the officer says something like, do I want to deal with this guy right now? Not 100% sure that that's exactly what I heard. But once you engage the subject who is suspected of DUI, you can start to conduct a DUI investigation. The other thing that has to be on your mind is it possibly a medical situation? And if it's a medical situation, do you just leave the person there and not have medical check them out? So there's one of two things that have to happen if you find a person asleep behind the wheel of a car. You immediately begin the investigation to see if it is an alcohol driving thing or if the person has some type of medical situation. And these two things can occur at the same time, because the questions that you ask and the responses that you get will give you the answers that you need. Very puzzling as to why that did not occur.
What, you say one drink. What kind of drink was it?
It was just one little margarita.
How about any drugs today?
Absolutely, I don't do drugs.
Okay.
At all.
All right, you keep looking for your license, all right?
Well, I'm gonna get out.
No, just stay in the car for a minute, all right, man? Just stay in the car for a minute. Just look for your license. We have any available DUI certified officers working in the zone right now. 3 or 4 to radio. It's possible we can raise one to come to this location.
You hear the officer now ask for a DUI certified officer. Different departments have these officers who specialize in doing DUI investigations. Every officer has the basic knowledge usually of figuring out if a person who's behind the wheel is under the influence of alcohol or drugs. But there are officers who have more advanced training that can really lock in or key in on a person and do a much better job going forward in that type of case.
Go ahead. Straight personal conference available.
Hey, man, just stay in the car.
1305.
All right, hey, just stay in the car with me, all right? I want you guys.
You hear this urgency in the officer, stay in the car, and he said that a few times before that. This is a key element because it's a safety thing. From the officer's perspective, we want the person to stay inside the car because they're more controlled as opposed to just roaming around. And there are two sides to that coin, but that's why we're hearing the urgency in the officer's voice about staying inside the car.
How you doing? Hey, I'm Officer Rolfe of the Atlanta Police Department. How you doing?
I'm doing just fine.
How much have you had to drink today?
I drank earlier.
Okay. How much have you had to drink?
That's when I had one drink.
You're not being honest with me. How much did you have to drink?
I had one drink.
Be honest with me. Over the course of the entire evening, from the time you started drinking until your very last drink, how many drinks did you consume?
I had one drink.
What kind of drink was it?
A margarita.
Okay. How big was the margarita?
It was just a small cup.
Small cup.
Yes, sir.
This officer that's responsible for the DUI investigation, every single question and observation he makes of Mr. Brooks at this point is something that he's putting into the back of his mind as to Mr. Brooks' ability to function and drive a vehicle. There is not one question that he asks that is not very specific to that part of the investigation.
Can you step out with me, please?
Yes, sir.
All right, so no medical conditions, no injuries, no physical defects.
No,
Are you comfortable
sir.
walking in these shoes?
Absolutely. Well, they're brand new. I just bought them.
Can you walk in them without falling, stumbling, anything like that? Staggering? You walk in them okay?
I just bought them.
Can you walk in it okay? You don't have to show me, I'm just asking.
Here's where it appears that Mr. Brooks is realizing that the investigation into him driving under the influence, allegedly, is increasing, because now he's being given very specific commands to conduct tests.
Can you see the tip of my finger?
Yes, sir.
All right, I want you to focus on the tip of my finger and follow it with your eyes without moving your head. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. Don't move your head. Keep your head still, follow it with just your eyes. Do you understand? You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm going to go down and up. Stay focused on the tip of my finger. Follow it with just your eyes without moving your head.
It's going to be a silver Chevy Equinox that needs to be removed from the system. And go see it off. Class 4, 1689.
All right. Back up.
What we witnessed here was the horizontal gaze nystagmus and the vertical gaze nystagmus test. Very accurate in detecting whether there is alcohol on board or whether a person is using drugs. Sometimes is the vertical nystagmus. Essentially, it's a 6-point test where they're looking for a smooth pursuit. The nystagmus is an involuntary jerking of the eyes. And when a person drinks alcohol, a nystagmus is usually present. So the 3 things that are looked for is the smooth pursuit of the eyes, the max deviation. That's why you see the finger go all the way to the side, and then you see it at 45 degrees, and the officer takes note of this. At that test, usually the officer in the back of their mind, if they're seeing a nystagmus or the person fails HGN, the rest of the tests are just kind of part of the process, because it's very, very probable that a person does have alcohol on board, although there are other things that can cause a nystagmus, but that's what we're seeing here.
Stand with your feet together, hands down by your side. Don't start anything until I tell you to. Do you understand? I want you to imagine a straight line coming out from your left foot. Take your right foot, put your heel to toe in front of your left, just like this. Keep your hands by your side. Hold that position until I tell you to start. Don't begin until I tell you to. Do you understand? All right, you're going to take a series of 9 heel-to-toe steps, counting them out loud. 1, 2, 3. I took 3 steps. You're going to go all the way to 9. When you get to 9, leave your lead foot planted. Take a series of small steps to turn yourself around. Take 9 more heel-to-toe steps. 1, 2, 3, all the way until 9.
1, 2, 3, 4. Turn around. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Hands down by your side. Don't start anything until I tell you to. You're going to pick whichever foot you're most comfortable with. Raise that foot approximately 6 inches above the ground, keeping both legs straight and your foot parallel to the ground. Look at your toe and count out loud. 1001, 1002, 1003, and so on until I tell you to stop.
1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008, 1009, 1010, 1011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015.
Pick it up, keep going.
2016,
Alright, you can stop.
2017, 13 right here.
None of this investigation is going in Mr. Brooks' way. Everything that this officer is asking and the responses that he's getting are further leading him to believe that Mr. Brooks is likely not capable of operating a motor vehicle.
To make it home.
So
and
1.5
drinks.
drinks.
Yes, sir.
All right, of what?
It was just a daiquiri.
A daiquiri?
Yes.
1.5 daiquiris?
Yes, absolutely.
So
It was just a daiquiri.
A daiquiri.
But
Nothing else?
nothing else.
Only a daiquiri?
Only.
My
Say
question...
no problem.
Just so I understand what happened clearly. Your vehicle was in a parking spot. Your girlfriend dropped you off. You got into your vehicle. You backed it out, and you pulled it into the drive-thru, correct?
Yes, sir.
And
Yes,
then-
sir, Mr. Ross.
And then, what led to you falling asleep behind the wheel?
I was on the phone calling her. She didn't answer. She didn't answer. She didn't answer. She didn't answer. I said, babe. Last time I answered. I said, baby, I'm getting burgers and, what's going on? She said, you supposed to get burgers. Just go ahead and get burgers, and the phone went dead. Like I said, if I cause any problems or anything...
Did you understand the question that I asked you?
Yes.
What did I ask you?
You said, how did my car get from the driving spot to the drive-thru?
Right, that was the previous question. We answered that question. My next question was, what led to you falling asleep behind the wheel? Why did you fall asleep behind the wheel?
I fell asleep because I can't blame nothing on her. It was my decision. I said, hey, if she can't get her order together, and I'm not feeling uptight right now, I should just park right here. Go to sleep. I'm not feeling, I'm just not feeling right.
What do you mean you're not feeling right?
Like
do you think maybe that you had too much to drink and you realized that you shouldn't drive, so you parked?
I mean...
Would that be accurate to say?
In spite of the investigation going in the direction of this possibly leading to a DUI arrest, one thing that I noted was the degree of politeness and the level of cooperation Mr. Brooks was providing to the officers, which is a very key element to pay attention to as we move on to the next step.
I can just go home. I have my daughters there right now. My daughter's birthday was yesterday.
All right. Hold on, Mr. Brooks. Will you take a preliminary breath test for me? It's yes or no.
I don't want to refuse anything.
It's yes or no. It's completely up to you.
Yes, I will.
Okay. Just wait here while I grab it. All right. Just take a deep breath in. Put your mouth over the mouthpiece. Blow as hard as you can until I tell you to stop. Blow, 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 blow. Stop. Very good.
I just had a few drinks. That's it.
How many?
1.5. Like I said, I was into the second cup. I told her, babe, let's go because I'm hungry.
What kind of drinks did you have?
I'm not sure. It's something she ordered. She said top shelf or whatever.
Top shelf what?
I'm not sure. It was, like I said, it was her birthday, and it was my daughter's birthday intent to, have a good time. And I said, babe, I'm hungry. Let's go.
You had about 1.5 drinks, but you don't remember what kind of drinks they were?
No, sir.
All right.
I really don't, Mr. Ross.
All right. I think you've had too much to drink to be driving. Put your hands behind your back for me. Here, put your hands behind your back. Hey, stop fighting! Stop fighting! Stop fighting! Stop fighting! You're gonna get tased! You're gonna get tased!
Stop! Mr. Ross! Stop! Come on, man.
Stop! You're gonna get tased!
Mr. Ross!
Hey, hands off the fucking taser! Hands off the taser! Stop fighting! Hands off the taser! Stop fighting! Got my fucking taser! Oh, 63.
You see the officer's body camera falls to the floor. There's a violent exchange. You hear he's got my taser. You hear taser deployments, and then you hear a firearm being discharged. The firearm was discharged into Mr. Brooks after Mr. Brooks discharged the taser towards the officer. Now, from looking at what you saw on the body cameras, you may have developed one impression. However, there are other perspectives and points of view to this video. Watch them and then decide what you think. Ultimately, Officer Roth was arrested, and the final outcome of that case where the charges against him were thrown out. He was also reinstated onto the Atlanta Police Department after the case is subsequently cleared. This became an incredibly political situation. I remember when it first happened, and until I saw all of the video and all of the pieces of the puzzle was I able to really figure out my perspective on the incident. In policing and the legal world, we have a term that says lawful but awful. So something can be lawful, but it's an awful operation or an awful process or an awful outcome, because in my opinion, this could have been avoided from a tactical perspective at the very least. It is not to absolve anyone of anything, because yes, running from the police is a horrific thing, but could tactics have stopped Brooks from running? Possibly. And whenever I've trained, I've always said, I watch the video and I say, I don't want that to happen to me. What can I do from a training and a tactical perspective so that it won't happen? And I believe the taking of him into custody and him being able to break away and fight played into the ultimate outcome of this case. I suggest that you, if this is the kind of content that you're into, look, there's a ton of information on the internet that you can find legal documents and video. Unfortunately, a person was killed and the officers went through some very, very tough situations as well after this incident occurred.